Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. Today is May 22nd. Today we're going to take a look at just how warm we're going to get here across Pacific Northwest. There is going to be a thunderstorm chance through portions of southwest Montana and Idaho today as well. And then we're going to reintroduce a thunderstorm threat to portions of eastern Washington, northeast Oregon, Idaho Panhandle for tomorrow as this system kind of slides through and brings a little bit of cyclonic flow across the region here. And it's going to mainly be confined to eastern portions of the Cascades. We should get a few light showers west and through the Cascades tomorrow as well. But you can see the system kind of, these clouds are losing their punch as they get closer here. We're still dealing with the ridging that's going to give us our warm day today. But eventually these clouds are going to break down during the afternoon today. You'll see the high clouds increasing. And then we're going to cool off a bit tomorrow, especially for western Washington. The Willamette Valley will get a little bit have another little bit of a warm day tomorrow. But today, the heat is going to be the story across much of the Puget Sound and the Willamette Valley as we're going to get above average day only the second time this month. We'll take a look at that coming up. Then we're going to have a deeper system develop offshore here as we go through Thursday night into Friday, and that might bring some precipitation, especially some thunderstorms maybe for the higher terrain. We'll see how the timing of that system works, though. We'll follow that for the next few days here. There's some discrepancies in the models there a little bit. So checking things out here in the infrared satellite, you can see the trade winds have returned to Hawaii. You'll see this low-level unstable air mass, these gentle showers that mainly deposit their precipitation on the windward side of the Hawaiian Islands there. And yeah, last week they were dealing with some unstable conditions and heavier rainfall, but they're back to their usual pattern of trade winds out there. There is a severe threat for the East Coast. We'll take a brief look at that, and I'll be out chasing starting tomorrow across much of Texas by the next couple of days, and then maybe some high plains action as we go into later next week. But I will be bringing my laptop, and we'll still be talking Pacific Northwest weather, at least in the morning briefings. So let's take a look at things a little bit closer here across Pacific Northwest. You can see these low clouds about from Olympia out to the coastline, kind of socking in the coast here a bit. Some of this should burn off during the afternoon hours here, and you can already see some of these high clouds trying to get in here. But glorious sunshine for much of western Washington, Oregon, the Cascades, eastern portions. A little bit of low cloud activity for the San Juans and Whidbey Island too. That should be burning off during the day today as we warm up quite nicely. We'll take a look at some of those temperatures here shortly. Now look at yesterday's SeaTac. We were at about average temperature, and with that sunshine, it was a pretty glorious day yesterday, and we should be even better today, up into the low 70s possible for Seattle today. So taking a look around the rest of the country first, you can see we do have a little bit of a tornado threat well off to the north there for Maine and even the Gulf Coast there, but generally most of the activity is pushed off to the East Coast. So if you're traveling in any of these areas, heads up for that. And I'll be out chasing this day two stuff tomorrow. I expect this to be extended on into the Texas Panhandle during the day tomorrow, and then onto Tuesday as well. I'll be down there. So anyway, back to the Pacific Northwest here, Spokane. You can see showers and thunderstorms from Monday, heavy downpours, gusty winds, small hail and lightning. I'll show some of the simulated Doppler radar activity on this coming up here. Now, checking out the NAM 3KM, let's take a look at what temperatures we can expect during the day today. Check this out. We warm up pretty nicely. Look at this, all the way into the low 70s, all the way up through the Puget Sound, down through the Willamette Valley. The coast is kind of chilly today. Those low clouds are going to be hard to get rid of. And then look at eastern Washington, nice and warm as well. Now going on in through Monday, though, check this out. The Puget Sound cools down pretty well, maybe 10, 15 degrees below what we had today. Willamette Valley, not too bad, especially southern portions up in the upper 60s again. Eastern Washington, another decently warm day before the thunderstorms start moving through in the afternoon for the Panhandle, eastern Washington, northeast Oregon, into western Montana. Now, this is for Monday, too. You can see how we destabilize the atmosphere pretty well through the afternoon there, and I'll show you some of the Doppler, simulated Doppler runs here in a second also. But here we go. Here's the NAM 3KM. There's that weak system that comes through late tonight and into tomorrow morning. Then you can see these thunderstorms start to fire up here, mainly extreme eastern Washington on into the Idaho Panhandle, and you can see those move through. So not a lot of precipitation for much of the area, but some of these showers could be heavy over here during the afternoon and evening tomorrow, and there will be some shower activity, possibly maybe central sound into the Cascades. And checking this out, here is the HRRR composite reflectivity. So you see that weak system move in overnight tonight, and as we go through the day tomorrow, check out some of these showers are pretty robust here through eastern portions of the state, and it does show a little bit of shower activity for the Cascades, southern BC there. So it'll definitely be cooler tomorrow than it is today, so get out and enjoy that heat today while you can. Now, checking out the European, this is yesterday afternoon's run, and we're just going to skip ahead here until this deeper system arrives on the day Thursday here, and you can start to see it spread precipitation over the region as we go on in through Thursday night. and we might get a diffluent flow aloft here, which means convergence at the surface, and this could start to spawn some thunderstorms over the higher terrain. And if this times out a little bit quicker, it might be able to take some advantage of some afternoon heating and whatnot too. But right now, this kind of looks like an overnight into Friday morning event, and then by Friday the whole region is really getting some precipitation from this system. So we'll have to see how this times out and see how the models trend with this as well. This is the GFS. Let's take a look at this. There goes the weak system thunderstorm potential for eastern portions tomorrow. Very weak system approaches during the morning of Wednesday, and then you'll see that deeper low here come on Thursday. It's a different timing though. It comes in Thursday morning on the GFS versus the European, and then it quickly brings another system into the Oregon coast here as we go on in through the weekend. So we're going to stay pretty chilly though after the warm day today. We're going to stay below average probably on in through this week here. As you can see, the GFS is pretty active into the extended, continuing to bring systems. The Gulf of Alaska low stays active, at least according to the GFS. Let's see what the European shows here now. Now you'll see this residual troughing come through, go through the day Monday, and a little bit of a clip there. That's why there's going to be some thunderstorm potential there on into tomorrow. Ridging tries to hold on, keeps southern Oregon pretty decent, but you can see there's a pretty good gradient that starts going on here, and we're going to be onshore flows. We go through midweek, and then that deeper system arrives a little bit later on the European versus the GFS, so we'll continue to watch the timing on that one. And then you can see the continued troughing remains over the area through next week and on into early next week, as we're going to remain active here coming up this next week and below average temperatures. So looking at the GFS, what does tech mean trough and ridge position? There goes that clip tomorrow. And then you can see the system comes in a little bit quicker on Thursday on the GFS, and the troughing does continue though on in through the weekend. Now, it'd be a nice chilly weekend next weekend, so enjoy today, folks, because we may not get warm again until maybe early June. Transient ridge and then some troughing on in the extended here. Look at this for the GFS. This is early June. We will be well below average temperature in a scenario like this. So checking out the Canadian here. Oh, let's back that up. We got ahead of ourselves. And there goes that clip for tomorrow. Then that weak system goes through midweek. And then, so it looks like the Canadian brings this in about Thursday, a little bit quicker than the European did too, but it does continue this pretty good troughing on into next weekend. So yeah, we're going to remain below average after today through the week here coming up, folks. But look at that glorious day today. Then we're going to cool down and we're going to be generally below average. Remember, we're supposed to be into the mid and upper 60s this time of year for Seattle, and you're getting up towards 70 now as an average high temperature for Portland. So look at that. This highlights it well in the European model, down into the low, maybe mid 60s if we're lucky. There's Portland, a nice day today, and a little bit warmer for Portland as they stay a little bit, south of some of those systems coming on there. And the onshore flow was probably not going to be it's not going to cool them down as much as it will in Western Washington. So enjoy the day today. We're going to watch this deeper system coming in later this week, Thursday or Friday, and then we'll look at continued troughing into next weekend. And some active weather will continue. We'll see what kind of threats those troughs are going to bring as we get closer to each one of those events. So yeah, if you guys are liking these videos, leave some comments below, give you some ideas, click like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.